Hello students, lesson 7, A Scribe's Dream. English reader book. Lesson 7, The Scribe's Dream, page number 59 in the book. The book's name is English Reader New Gems. A poor scribe finds himself in the clutches of a greedy moneylender. He was in the grip or in the clutches of greedy, confused moneylender means a person who supplies or gives money on interest, who tries to trick him into paying for a dream. He saw a dream scribe, and out of dream, the moneylender asked money or interest on his money to this is scribe. The scribe and his wife turned to Beerwal, and to solve his problem, they went to Beerwal, the famous minister in Akbar's court. How will the wise and witty Beerwal solve their problem? Now we see how the Beerwal solved their problem of this man, the scribe. There was once a poor scribe in the city of Agra. The scribe was poor. What is the meaning of scribe? A person who copies books and writing. Means he is a poor man who copies the things and writing the things. Copied and people's writing in books. He earned barely enough to support his family. His earning was very little. But no matter how difficult it was, he and his wife always managed to feed themselves and their children, but they managed their family well. The scribe was proud of the fact that he had never borrowed a single paisa, but he was a man of dignity and he didn't take any money or from other person. We must never fall into the hands of the moneylender, and because of that he did not, or he will never be in the hand of moneylender. He often told his wife, and he always said to his wife about his little bit of achievement, because he was sufficient, he earned sufficient to run his family. For if we would, we will surely be ruined. If we have taken money from the moneylender, then our days were not good, or we were in the hand of moneylender, or our days were not good. The scribe worried so much, so he was always thinking about this matter. So the scribe worried so much about his lack of money and his fear of borrowing that his worries even found a place in his dreams. He was thinking day and night about all these things, so things comes in his dream also. One night he dreamed that he had borrowed 100 gold coins from the moneylender. One day he dreamed and he saw that he got the coins from the moneylender. He woke up in a terror, thinking 100 gold coins. He was thinking in the dream, and he just got up because he saw he took 100 coin from the moneylender. How could I ever pay such a large sum? And he was thinking about it. How could he pay, return back the money to the moneylender? Still trembling, and after awakening, he was trembling. What trembling means? He was not in the sense, still trembling from his nightmare dream. He saw a dream, fearful dream, and he was afraid of it. He woke his wife and told her about it, and he told whole story to his wife. They talked quietly for a while, and soon the scribe felt better, and later, after sharing the things to his wife, he was feeling better. He fell asleep once more, and he again slept. Next day, what happened? As the scribe's wife drew water from the well at the end of the street on which they lived, she told her friends of her husband's dream. What happened? The wife of scribe shared the dream. The things happened in the night to their friends. Imagine, she exclaimed, he dreamt that he had borrowed not one or two, but 100 golden coins from the moneylender. His wife told her friend about the dream that he took 100 golden coins in the dream. Her friends laughed with her. A few of them thought it was a very good story and repeated it to their husbands. And those friends told their husbands about this story, this dream, when they got home. The story spread a few days later. It reached the moneylender's ear, and little by little the story shared from person to person and reached to the moneylender's ears. He laughed when he heard it. When moneylender heard the story, he laughed, but his eyes began to glitter greatly, and his eyes was shining, and he was having the greedy greediness. Out of greediness, he was very happy. That evening, he put on his turban, and that evening he put up his dress and turban and picked up his walking stick, and he took his walking stick, strolled over here, went by to the scribe's small house, and he reached the scribe's home. I have come, he announced, and he told that he had come to the nervous and worried scribe to remind you of the money you owe me. And he asked the scribe that I came here to remind you about the money you have took up from me. Money? Squeezed the scribe in panic. I owed you, he asked. The scribe was very much afraid and he was nervous, and he, out of panic, he said this, I own money from you. Yes, answered the moneylender. Moneylender said, yes, firmly, 100 golden coin, and you took 100 golden coin from me. Surely you have not forgotten. I hope that you would not forget about those 100 coins. 100 gold coins, grasped the scribe in a failing voice. This voice was not there. In the falling voice, he spoke with difficult due to shock, and he was shocked to hear the words from the moneylender's mouth. Tottering to the nearest chair, and he sat down on the chair. The scribe wife, who had been listening from an inner room, came hurrying out, and his wife came out from the kitchen, from the inner room, but it was only a dream. The wife said that happened, but that was out of dream. She cried, you cannot ask us to return money that has only been borrowed in a dream, because he took the money in the dream, so you could not ask the money in the practical world, because the money was taken in the dream. Money is money, said the moneylender. Moneylender said, you have took the money, and out of dream you took the money, but money is money, he explained, and money borrowed must be returned, and because the money you took up, so you have to return it. You will have to start tomorrow. I am a good man, a kind-hearted man. I am a good man, moneylender said himself, and so I shall not demand it all back at once, but so I am not asking you to return all the money together. 1 golden coin a month will do. I need only 1 golden coin in a month. It will be easy for you to return it back. and then there will be the interest above that as well, and there is interest also on that money. With these words he stood up and left. After saying this thing, after warning them, he returned back. The scribe began to mourn softly. He was very much disturbed. His wife sat down suddenly, her knees giving way beneath her, and both of them sat down nervously. Then, see the page number 61. They sat in silent despair. Both of them sat helpless, hopeless, feeling helplessness and hopelessness. Suddenly, the wife had an idea, and out of that, after some time, the wife had some idea. Husband, she said, sitting up straight, we must beg Raja Birbal. We have to go and request to Raja Birbal to help us. Only he can save us from utter ruin. Only the Birbal can save us from this problem, here come poverty. As this, the scribe sat up. At this, the scribe sat up and he stood up, and I shall go to his house at once. He said, let me go together to his house. If anyone can save us, it is he. Only the Birbal is the person, Raja Birbal is the person who can save and rescue us from this difficulty. Birbal listened to the poor scribe's tale of woe, and here tale of woe means story of hardship and suffering of this man. Then he brought out a bag of gold coins and emptied them on to a table, and he brought the coins bag and put down on the table. He counted out 100 and put the rest away, and he counted their 100 coins and rest he removed. Next, he placed a large mirror in front of the coins, and he put one coin in front of those coins. Hazur, Hazur, the scribe said in a distressed voice. The scribe did not understand what was happening there, and he asked, Hazur, what is going on? I did not come here to beg or to ask you to pay the moneylender. Surely there is another way. You can give some another method to resolve this problem. There is another. Birbal answered with a smile, and the Birbal said, there is certainly a solution of this problem. With a smile, he said, be calm and go and call the moneylender here. He said, go to the moneylender's house and call back here. Tell him his debt is about to be paid, and you told him that his debt is going to be returned back. Full of doubts, the scribe hurried to the moneylender's house with Birbal's message. Full of doubts, the scribe hurried. He ran to the moneylender's house with the Birbal's message. The moneylender smiled when he heard the message and got up at once to accompany the scribe, and he came along with the scribe in the house of Birbal. When they arrived at Birbal's house and were shown in, the moneylender saw a pile of gold coins on the table. He saw the coins lying on the table. He smiled and smiled, unable to take his eyes off them. He couldn't remove his eyes from the table. The mirror behind the coin made the pile look larger and more glitter, and because of there is a mirror behind the coins, those coins looks very bright and shining, full of shining. So the scribe borrowed 100 gold coins from you in a dream, did he? The Birbal asked. "That is so," replied the moneylender. Moneylender replied, "Yes, he took the coin from me," never taking his eyes off the coin on the table, and he saw continuously. Moneylender saw the coins on the table. "Well," said the Birbal. Birbal replied, "You may take all the coins in the mirror." The Birbal said, "You will take the coins from the mirror. The real coins belong to me, because the coins on the table is mine coin, and you will take the coins which is in the mirror. But all those in the reflections are yours in return for the dream loan, and these are the coins is for your dream loan. If you want, you can take those coins." The moneylender knew he had met his match. Now he understood that someone equal or be better than him is there. Without a word, he turned and left, without saying so, and he returned back. Never again did he try to cheat anyone, and then he learned the lesson. He never cheat anyone else in the city of Agra, because he got the equal match in the form of Birbal. So this is the solution of Birbal and the problem of the scribe, and he solved the problem of this scribe with his wiseness. Thank you. In the next video, we will solve the exercises, word meanings of this lesson. Thank you.